Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I wanted to talk about GameStop. GameStop might be making a comeback to its prime form. And the reason why I say this, I was in a GameStop the other day, I walk in, and I see Wii games. Wii games, yes. Not all these new consoles, no, Wii games. I saw a Nintendo 64 game as well. So I was very curious about this, and I saw some PS3 games, some Xbox 360 games, some old retro games. So I walk in, I'm like, hey, so you guys selling retro games again now? Are you guys taking retro game trade-ins now? And then the lady was like, yeah, we are, but we're supposed to send them back to GameStop because they're going to make retro stores now, apparently. GameStop has just retro stores now, which I think is very interesting. Do I like that? Heck no. Is it a bad thing? Heck no. As long as GameStop's at least selling these games on the shelf, I respect that. I mean, people can make the drive if they want to these retro GameStops and be able to purchase games from them. Now, always support your small local retro game store. They need all the help they can get. They have way more selection, probably better prices than GameStop's going to have, and they have less manpower GameStop has. So I definitely recommend going to your local retro game store. But the lady said that they were keeping them because they didn't want to send them back. They like having the retro games at their store. So this got me curious. Like, well, how does GameStop keep their inventory if they're selling the games there? It was very weird. I was just very curious because GameStop's going to see that they bought that game from that person and is keeping it at their store, and they're also going to see that they sold it back at their store. So maybe GameStop is not really too strict on that. I'm not really for sure, but it's good to see that from GameStop. Like, legitimately, I don't care who you are or what you say. It's good to see GameStop bringing retro games back, because sometimes, like from where I live, we have almost no good retro game stores. I'm going to be quite frank and quite honest. The retro game stores around us are not good. Disc Replay, if you guys have ever heard of them, is probably like the best retro game store, and it's not like a small mom and pop shop. And there's like one mom and pop shop place, and it's not very good at all. I'm going to be quite frank and quite honest here. They have very bad game selection. Whenever you go in there to trade a game, they're like, we can only do store credit for reasons. Like, I mean, they're probably not struggling. They don't really have a great inventory of selection for people to go in there and buy stuff. They have a good store. They have a good, nice store, well set up, but like, I go in there and I can't find a game that I want, like, ever. And it's a bunch of just like crappy shovelware Wii games in there, to be honest. So it just kind of sucks, you know? And so like GameStop bringing these retro games back, it allows me not to, travel 2 hours for a retro game, or even have to look for. I can look at GameStop, search the game up, and then finally find the retro game. I was like, oh, they have it at GameStop. I can go there. And this is what I really liked about GameStop back in the day as a kid. I was able to search up whatever game I wanted, see if it was at GameStop. It was in stock at the store and close to my town. I could go in there, walk in, get the game. So it's just really exciting to me because, again, I went to another GameStop today. I was like, okay, this is weird. And I went to another one, and they also had retro games there. So I do think GameStop is actually bringing retro games back to the stores, which is really exciting. And I think it's just a benefit at the end of the day because, again, GameStop, I would, again, always say support your local mom and pop retro game stores. But if you don't have any, if you only have like GameStops around you, if you live in like not like a super big town, like a big city, where they have retro game stores at, because like if you live in not a super big city, it's kind of sometimes hard to find retro game stores where you live. Like, it's just to be honest again. So it's nice to see that, like me, for example, can walk into GameStop and maybe actually find some retro games that I want. You know, like, that's very happy, and I'm really happy about that, because sometimes I don't actually have to just order the retro game I want. I can just go into GameStop and get the game same day there and actually look at the game, see if it's in good quality or not, or if it's actually going to work. So yeah, is GameStop on the comeback? And also, I'm very curious about these retro GameStops. That is exciting to me, because honestly, you just walk in, it's just going to be like a retro game store. I'm not for sure. The lady said there's one opening 2 hours away. I might have to take a trip there and review that. Who knows? You know, like, I'm just kind of talking at this point, but that gets me really excited for GameStop. GameStop used to be such a fun place to go to. Such a fun place. And then, like, kind of when I got, like, into my high school era, it got bad. GameStop was turning more into, like, the Think Geek store, where it was just, like, merchandise and pop figures and, like, Pokemon cards, which, again, I don't think is a bad thing at GameStop, But when you only have new games, and half the time you have to, like, hell, you can't get it here. You'll have to order it from our warehouse. I'm like, no, I'll just go to Best Buy for a new game. They have better prices, and they have a nicer store, and people don't bombard me about a membership at Best Buy, too. So it's just, GameStop was just becoming very annoying to go to. Like, I just did not want to go there at all. But then bringing retro games back, it changes GameStop. That is what GameStop is. It's for games. And it should be games for any genre, any place. Like from the NES to the Switch 2. Like it should span that far. As a gamer, I should be able to expect that they should have some games kind of from every generation. Maybe not NES because GameStop is a really big company. But again, like I can find more games that I actually want there rather than than just kind of going in there only to get a new game even though other stores have better prices than them. That's kind of what I'm getting at. And it's just... that's kind of what I want to say. So is GameStop on the way back, bringing retro games back? That's what I'm excited about. And yeah, GameStop, when like the past 4 years has been terrible. It's just been merchandise bombarded at you with just brand new games. They just want you to pre-order the games as well. And it just kind of sucks, to be honest. But the thing is, GameStop makes most of their money off of used games. So it was just very weird. I think they were just kind of banking on everybody buying merchandise, and GameStop was hurting from that. I don't really know how GameStop's business has been. Maybe it's been successful, but it seems like they're trying to slowly revert their way back into bringing more and more retro games back to their stores, which really, really excites me. So yeah, that's really about it for this video. I saw that, just wanted to talk about it. It just gets me really excited, and hopefully GameStop's on the way back. So yeah. That's going to do it for this video. And as always, have a great day.